Hey guys, welcome to another video by Unfiltered Tea. Hope you all are doing great today. Today we will be talking about something very important, and while doing that, I will also be trying to pull off a mermaid makeup look. So let's see how that goes. So yeah, about my topic today, I have noticed that a lot of people on social media, they tend to judge a lot. Especially they judge celebrities, they judge a lot of people who have public profile. And let's just not talk about celebrities, but in general, if we look at the amount of people judging other people is just too high. If a person comes up to a certain person and they talk about that, yeah, I'm facing certain issues in my life, I'm depressed, I don't feel good about something, I normally see that people tend to judge those people rather than being a helping hand. They go ahead and be like that, oh, this is very normal, whatever you're facing, you're just taking too much on your heart, and just in general reacting too much to a situation that you shouldn't react to. So yeah, my point on this is that we should be a little more empathetic towards people. When a person is coming up to you talking about their problems, or sharing any problem with you, or in general just doing what they're doing, don't judge them. Be a little more empathetic towards them. Don't show them sympathy. Sympathy and empathy are two very different things. Be empathetic, be compassionate towards what they are saying. Sometimes people don't want you to give your 2 cents to them. All they want is from you to just stay there, listen to them, and not say a single word. And that is completely fine. And if that goes against you, that you have to say something to them, you have to, if it's that important for you, then I guess we can't really do anything about it, because that's just how you are. And that's not what generally people want when they, come to talk to someone. They actually want someone to listen to them. They want someone to, be there for them. Understand that probably they need, a friend, a shoulder to cry on, someone to tell them it's okay if you're feeling in a certain manner, and it's completely fine. But what I see is that people normally don't do that. And that's kind of sad. It's not just a little sad, it's very sad. Because what people feel is that, okay, if a certain person is feeling a certain kind of way, maybe it's because they're taking too much on their head, they're thinking too much about different things, and they're not looking at the bigger picture. But sometimes, just sometimes, people don't want to do that. People honestly just want to cry. They want to feel that emotion. Maybe they have so much inside themselves that they just want to let it all out, and that's it, and they'll be fine once it's all out. So we need to be a little more understanding towards what people are feeling. We need to understand how different people feel. Just because something is not that big for you doesn't mean it's not that big for another person. Just because something doesn't affect you doesn't mean it doesn't affect another person. So yeah, that being said, I kind of tried to do my eyebrows a little purple, so I did apply a purple eyeliner on it, so gel eyeliner on it. Let's see how this goes. So yeah, on another note, about judging people, I believe that when you're judging someone, what you do not understand is that your judgment can be so harsh, or or the comments that you're making on a certain person can be so harsh that they can actually hurt them to an extent where they can destroy their thought process, or it can get them depressed, or just generally feel low of themselves. Now I do understand that when people start commenting on these public profiles that we have, such as profiles of bloggers or actors, models, anyone, they consider those people to be public property, and I understand that they are public property. The public things that they have are the things that they are posting on public platforms. But then again, do you think it is justified to comment on certain things? Like, for instance, if you start body shaming them, if you start color shaming them, if you start shaming them on what they wear, maybe they're comfortable wearing that certain attire, maybe they're comfortable in how they look, but is it okay for us as people to judge them when we are not perfect ourselves? We as humans, we were never made perfect. Humans are not perfect. We make mistakes. We have flaws. So why do we think that all the people who are coming on social media, or the entertainment industry, or the drama industry, the film industry, why do we expect them to be completely flawless? And it just feels to us as such a big thing when they are embracing themselves the way they are, and somehow we feel it's just so awkward, it is so weird. Okay, why is she getting so fat? Why is she getting so thin? Why did she get married so late? Why did she get married so early? Why is her skin color so dark? Why does she have pimples? Why is she wearing this certain set of clothes? I mean, that's up to them. At the end of the day, if you are an individual, so are they. It's their choice. We need to understand that if we do not like someone or something, or if we are looking at something that we are not fond of, or it does not fall on our moral compass, then let's just not watch it. Why not ignore it? Why go there in front of thousands and millions of people and comment on how they look or what they're doing? Do you know, if you hurt someone, you might create such a bad impact on their life that they start feeling bad about each and every human being. They start feeling that each and every human being is the same way. They start generalizing. Just because of one person, they start generalizing every human being that they have to face. Why do we have to do that? Why can't we be more accepting towards what other people want to do, what other people want to wear, what other people want to eat, where other people want to go? It's their personal choice. Again, fine. They are public figures, and that's completely okay, but they also have a private life, and you're affecting that too. Just because they're a certain way on social media, or they are a certain way in the eye of the public, doesn't mean they're like that back home. They have a private life too. They have children too. They have families too. And your one comment, do you realize you might be hurting an entire family? You might be hurting their kids. Why are we like that? Why don't we understand that? Why do we feel it is our right to just go ahead and bash anyone at any point of time that we can? We can't. We are as flawed as they are, and they are as flawed as we are. And just because they're out there, and just because they're in front of the public eye, doesn't necessarily give us a right to comment on what they do and how they are. Shaming another person at any point of time, be it a public figure, be it someone at your home, be it someone in your friend's circle, be it behind their back, it is wrong. It is wrong to a very big extent. Now, on a lighter note, if you want to raise your voice for something, raise it for the right things, like inequality with women in work situations, like men who are facing issues in the society, but no one is actually. Honestly, that is something that I've thought about a lot. No one talks about the inequality happening with men in the society. No one. People do raise voice for women, but there are a certain amount of men who are also facing a lot of inequality and no one is talking about them. Why not? Why not you take a stand for that, and why not you talk about that? Now, these are the things that are important to talk about rather than, ignoring the important issues and talking about, oh, that actor was wearing a tank top in a music video, or that actor or that model is depressed. Why is she depressed? She's got all the fame, she's got all the money. These are not important things to talk about. They're human just like us, they're flawed just like us, they get depressed just like us, they face issues just like us, they've got their families, they've got their problems just like we do. But talking about issues that are more important, like education systems, like political instability in our country, there's so much more we can talk about. There are children being molested, they're being raped, they're being tortured every single day. We should raise our voice on issues like that rather than talking about these stupid petty issues, which include, what is the other person wearing? Why is this person getting fat? Oh my god, this person has pimples on her face. Why is she endorsing something, a brand? Why is she so dark? Why is she so light? Why did she marry this certain person? These things are not important. Again, these things are not important at all. What is important is how we are shaping our future, or the future for the, next generation. What are we doing? Is this what we want to teach them? That, we grew up talking about all these actors, and we grew up talking about, how people are, and we just grew up talking about people. We never grew up talking about the important things that can shape people's futures, how we can bring a betterment to our society, what we can do to, promote positivity, promote good mental health. We're not talking about these things. We're not talking about the Palestinian issues. What are we doing? What are we doing with our future generations? Is this what we want to teach them? I don't think so. I don't think so. So yeah, on a lighter note again, I'm not basically calling you out for what you do, or I'm not calling people out for what they do or what they like to do. It's just that it so yeah, on a lighter note, I just want to say through this video that there are a lot of other issues that we are facing, that our society is facing, that the people in this society are facing, and they need to be talked about, and no one is talking about them at all. We are talking about the most irrelevant things that we can, just to entertain ourselves. I mean, that's just not fair with the future generations, is it? Because we're not doing anything to, shape their future. We are not doing anything to make their future better, or we're just talking about people. And why are we doing that? Why are we talking about people? Why can't we talk about people in a manner that helps the society rather than calling them out for what they do? Why can't we be sympathetic towards people? Why can't we be more, in general, why can't we just be considerate? I mean, that's my basic concern. Why are we not considerate? Why are we, moral policing people? Just because they don't fall under your moral compass doesn't necessarily mean that they're doing something wrong for themselves. If they are fine with it, they're comfortable with it, they're fine. If you don't like it, don't look at them, don't communicate with them. Just don't. But no one gives you the right to go in front of millions and thousands of people and you just go and call them out for what they're doing. Like telling them in front of so many people that, you're actually at times, what I see is that people are abusing so many people. They are using such bad words. That is just not it. That's not nice. Is that how you plan to bring a change in the society, to make your society better? By using bad words, by using comments and statements that are just so inappropriate for anyone to read. You do understand that there are children and adults of all age groups on social media. Then why don't you take this in consideration, that they might be reading this, they might be looking at this, and they might be getting influenced. Just because you wrote something, they might feel that, okay, this is fine. This is okay to write on another person's profile or judge another person like this. I mean, come on. That's not the change you want. That's not the generation you want to raise. That's not the kind of people you want to be a part of. That's not the kind of people you want that represent your society. That's not it. That's just not right. It's really rude. It's really bad. Hurting someone might cause them to do something to themselves. Let's take the worst possible scenario in this. Maybe they do something to themselves. Maybe it's just because of you writing that one thing on their social media profile. Maybe it made them do something to themselves, and how are you ever going to forgive yourself for that? See, we talk about injustice. We talk about not hurting other people, not hurting, anyone's heart. But by writing these comments, you're actually doing a very big crime. Just so you know, if anyone reports you in cybercrime, you're gone. It's that simple. Trust me. If you don't like someone and if you want to give them a constructive criticism in a nice manner, because giving a criticism in a nice manner and something that would help them, that's completely fine. But you have a certain way of saying those things. You just can't bluntly go ahead and be very rude or very, let's just say, inappropriate to them, right? You can say certain things in a nicer manner also, rather than, being rude to them, being inappropriate, being offensive. Shouldn't do that, right? So if you want to say something, if you want to, bring a change, raise your voice on things that are more important right now, right? There are a lot of other things going on in our society. There are a lot of other things that are going on in the world right now. We need to speak up for that. We need to speak up for the innocent. We need to speak up for the injustice happening. We need to speak up for the inequality that the societies are facing right now. We need to speak up for all of these issues. We need to stop speaking about things that are just completely irrelevant. So yeah, in conclusion, it's a very simple conclusion. Don't do what you wouldn't want to be done to you. Don't say or speak anything that if you would be in that situation, you'd get hurt by it, or you would, defend yourself in that situation. Don't put anyone else in that situation where you don't want to be in. As simple as that, right? Don't hurt other people, because one day it's gonna come back to you, and it's gonna come back to you in a very bad manner, because karma is real. These things happen. When you hurt someone, when you break someone's heart, when you are not speaking up for the right things, when you are putting your nose in people's businesses where they do not belong, yeah, it's all gonna come back to you. It's just very hurtful to say that if the next generation is the kind of generation that only completely does this, it's going to be very heartbreaking, because it's not the ground that you set for your generations, do you? So yeah, just be more positive, be more loving, be more caring towards people, be more understanding. That's something we need right now. We need those people around who understand other people, so that no one in the society, feels afraid to talk about what they're facing or what they're feeling. They know that someone or the other will be there to help them. So yeah, it's that simple. Trust me, it's not that difficult. To be loving and caring is something, I think the best thing a person can have, the best quality in a person is that they are compassionate, right? You should never lose the compassion you have. And the compassion does not only, is not only limited to your family or your brothers and sisters or your parents or the people that your friend circle. No. Compassion is supposed to be for everyone, right? Because you do not know that you might save a life just by being there, just by being loving and caring, and just generally by being there, being a shoulder to cry on. You have no idea how much change you can bring by just being caring enough and loving enough. So yeah, on an ending note, I did try to do a mermaid makeup look, and I hope you like it, because I think it's kind of cute. I'm not sure if you do like it or not, but I find it to be cute. I generally like purples a lot, so I love playing with purples, but I hope you like it. This was one of my subscribers asked me to do this video, and I wasn't getting the time, and also my skin was acting up a lot recently. So yeah, today was the day I decided to, why not finally get done with this look. And honestly, I'm impressed. I sometimes do get impressed at what I can do, because I never thought I could do it. See, I underestimated myself. And one more thing, never underestimate yourself. There is nothing in that world that you can't learn. So it comes with time and patience, but you can get there. Anyone can. If you put your mind and your heart to something, you can do it easily. I was just looking at myself in the mirror right now, and I realized one very weird thing. I tried to make mermaid tears, and they are purple glittery tears, and they look so funny right now. I don't know how you find them, but they look funny. They look funny. So yeah, I will be listing down all the products that I used in this video, and a lot of things that I used on my eyes are just lipsticks. So yeah, I used quite a lot of lipsticks on my eyes this time. It's actually not even lipstick, it's lip glosses, but it looks pretty. So yeah, I hope you really like the look, and I hope that one day we make a future for the coming generations that is safer, that has more opportunities, that promotes positivity, that promotes mental health, and that is not that negative around people, that is more compassionate, loving, and that has lesser depression and lesser frustration. So let's hope for the best, and let's hope for a better future and a brighter future for everyone in this world. Thank you so much. Hope you like the look.